Yo internet, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of the John Graves Show. Let's talk about JoJo. Starting this episode off, it was actually super sad for one, because again we have the terrible Shigechi section of this episode, and the entirety of that is that finally we actually get to see Killer Queen. And Killer Queen seems to be another one of the average power type of stands that punches fast and does the auras and stuff like that, and also can actually destroy things like with massive punches and whatnot. However, Killer Queen seems to be a little bit more delicate than most, because again it kind of has a Gambit-esque ability, meaning that anything it touches, it turns into a bomb. And once Killer Queen does a detonation motion, the object explodes. And this kind of catches Shigechi off guard, especially since he did have the upper hand over Killer Queen. And the process of that, he took a 100 yen coin. That shit exploded on Harvest and close to his face, and just destroyed his entire brain and shit. Well, not destroyed it, but it scrambled his brain, like throwing it all around, like, which it was to the point to where that Shigechi could barely fucking move and shit. You know, I will give Shigechi this though, like even like in this terrible moment of Kira with the upper hand trying to interrogate him and ask him like, okay, tell me about all these other stand users and shit, Shigechi still actually manages to use Harvest like in a very interesting way, to which that he's kind of like outsmarted Kira for just a little bit, you know, to whereas that he did use Harvest to kind of like hide his body with all these leaves, or at least like make a distraction, then hide his body with these leaves, making himself look like a shrub, and then jumping into the window to kind of get away and try to find Josuke. However, the part that kind of fucked me up more, like in this episode, and it wasn't the fact of Killer Queen or any of the stands or none of that, or none of that crazy shit. It was the fact that Shigechi, a middle school kid, was walking through the high school like hallways, and nobody was trying to help him. He's covered in blood, his nose is dislocated, like his face is scrambled and shit. He can barely stay conscious, and people ain't even trying, man, to fucking help him. They're like, just leave that weird guy alone, okay? Like we're not gonna associate ourselves with that. And in the process, it's like he has to like shamble down the halls, all broken and shit. That was fucking sad, okay? That is some terrible shit. And also the way how that he dies as well is also extra fucked up, because again, he was this close from making it to Josuke and Okuyasu, but apparently Killer Queen had already touched the doorknob and was just waiting for him to kind of try and open up the door. And the second that he did, his entire body just imploded. And we even get confirmation of that, of his spirit like floating up, like on fire, like with the same explosion streaks and energy like flowing through his body and shit, like as the spirit went away. That shit was terrible. Fucking lights. But still, it's like, there is one thing that Shigechi he did do. With his death, he actually brought just about every single stand user that we've seen so far into one major area. You see the Joestars, you see enemies, you see Rohan, you see Yukako, you see pretty much just about everybody except for Kira, who's still in jail. But of course, you get to see all of them like pretty much meet up and kind of speak their thoughts upon this and say, you know what, like, something's bad has been happening and we gotta keep our eyes peeled about it, you know. So that's pretty much kind of what happens there. However, most of them kind of leave the investigation up to Jotaro. So yeah, we all know that this is gonna be in good hands. Going back to Kira though, who has super charisma. Well, actually, to be fair, he kind of thinks like a Joestar. I kind of caught that, because it's like the way how that he took out Shigechi, and also later on in this episode, of how he covered his tracks and shit, and even with him, like with his confidence and shit of kind of like destroying or like breaking up with his ex-girlfriend and shit, and then finding another girl to be his brand new girlfriend, and then, you know, taking her ass out on dates, if you catch my drift. It's like, you look at that guy and you're like, yeah, I kind of don't want him to get caught, because it's almost like he's just so interesting, and pretty much it's not like he lives his life in terms of trying to hurt people. It's more or less like he, or at least like from his previous victim, is more or less like he just targets people who that he considers as shitty people. That's, now mind you, that's still terrible to fucking kill people, because you know, you gotta say that, but still, at least he's not triggering like kind people with a family and shit. So I give him props for that. And speaking about the other part, Jotaro does actually find the tailor, because again, he left the button for them. He does find the tailor, the tailor who did actually have like his suit and shit. And the funny part about all this is that Kira thought that shit out too. Was like, hey, listen, I think that they may go to that tailor, so let me go ahead and like pin and throw sheer heart attack at them. And sheer heart attack, oh my god, like a tiny tank and shit that like commands you to do something, and then goes into your mouth and fucking explodes and shit. Which kind of makes me think, it almost makes you think that Jotaro could probably like just take him down, man, with Star Platinum. But since Star Platinum is kind of only limited down to about 2 seconds, like in this part of the series, yeah, things are gonna get pretty difficult. Or at least like he kind of has to watch his step just a little bit more. You know what's actually funny too is that I'm actually surprised that Jotaro actually forgot that he could fly. I kind of forgot about that, but till then though, that is what I gotta say about that. Sorry for making this video so long, but I'll see you guys on the next Jongravesshow show. Keep watching anime, keep playing video games, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Hello internet, hopefully you loved that video, and pretty much you do feel the same way that I do about it, because if you agree with me or you pretty much disagree, please leave me a comment, follow me up on my other social media, you know, like Twitter and all the rest of the other stuff, which I'll kind of have to get back into, but also, if you like this video, please go ahead and hit the like, hit the like button, and share this video with some of your friends. Till then though, please click over right over here or over there, and you can go ahead and check out my latest video. So, see you.